The note assignment mode has a few extra tools to work with as well for correcting note assignments. In the last video, I pretty much just used the main tool, but under the main tool, you'll see there's actually three tools: the main tool, the scroll tool, and the zoom tool. The scroll tool and the zoom tool are identical to using them in track mode or in clip mode. Next is the activation tool. The activation tool is used for reassigning notes. So just like I did in the previous video with the main tool, but it doesn't have some of the secondary features that the main tool does. For example, I can't separate notes or join notes with the activation tool. I can only reassign notes. The next tool has four tools. You have the note separation tool, the separation type tool, the starting point tool, and the sibilant range tool. So the first two, we've already talked about these. These allow you to separate notes and also create a different separation type to keep two notes completely independent of each other. So with the note separation tool, I can go through and I can separate notes, like for instance, this last note here. There's like a scoop up to the note, so I'll double click to separate it. But then I have these separated notes here where that's all one note. I want to join those back together. So I'll just select all three of these, double click on the separation point, and it'll join them back together.
With each dying breath we strive to unify. To win this madness we create day by day.
There's a little dip in that note there, so I'm going to go ahead and separate that as well.
By day.
It's pretty rare that I ever use the starting point tool, because pretty much everything you can do with the starting point tool, you can also do with the note separation tool. But let me show you one situation where you could use this. So at the beginning of the phrase here, I've got this word. It's just one word, but Melodyne has separated it into two separate notes. So with the note separation tool, I can select these and double click, and it'll join it together as one blob, because I'm seeing this like one single element of the vocal, not two separate words, not two different syllables. And then what you can do from here is you can determine a separate starting point of the note versus the separation point. Now, in a lot of cases, the separation point of two notes and the starting point of a note are the same thing. But with vocals, sometimes the energy comes in a bit later. The emphasis of the note comes in a bit later. Like right here, this is the separation point of this note, but this is where the energy of that note comes in. So the starting point is a little bit behind where the separation is. Now you can actually adjust the starting point of any of the notes just by using the note separation tool. Just drag the note separation marker up here and you can move it around within the note. So the starting point tool just does that. That's its only purpose, is to grab these starting points and move them around. You can double click up here to create additional starting points, but that will automatically separate the note. That's not what I want to do here. So what I'm going to do is pull the starting point of this note in as far as I can get it. And you'll see at a certain point there, it disappears, like the head on it disappears. So you can only go that far with it before it's no longer useful. So I'm going to pull this in to about right there, right where the pitch sort of dips down there. And now if I go back into my track editing mode, and let's say that I want to adjust the timing on this. So now if I grab this note and move it around, you'll see the whole front end of the note is not even affected by the time stretch, just the meat of the note here after the marker is being stretched. And the last subtool here is the sibilant range tool, which allows you to adjust the range of detected sibilants. So remember, in Melodyne 5, anything that's detected as a sibilant, if you pitch shift that note, the sibilant will not be pitch shifted. So if you want less of the note to be interpreted as a sibilant, you can pull it back. You can even pull all the way back and get rid of it. You can double click to add it back in as well. His sort of growl or fall off of that note is being interpreted as a sibilant. So I'll just pull this to the right a bit so less of this note is interpreted as a sibilant. The last tool in note assignment mode is the energy share tool. Now, this is particularly helpful for polyphonic recordings, and this tool will actually be grayed out for any other algorithm other than polyphonic. Now, sometimes with polyphonic recordings like this acoustic guitar here, the harmonics of a single note might get broken up over multiple notes. So in this guitar recording, the bottom note D here is sort of getting pedaled on quite a bit, but up here there's another D that's getting pedaled on. So Melodyne is interpreting the second harmonic as an additional fundamental, but the reality of the situation is there's just a low D down here, and this is one of its overtones. There's also some other overtones up here as well. So with the energy share tool, you can select notes and pull up to give more shared energy to that note, or pull down to give away more energy to other notes. So with this bottom note, I'll pull this all the way up, and what this will do is it'll pull energy out of these other overtones and put that energy into this bottom fundamental note. So now when I go back into track mode and pitch correct this guitar part, I'll get a better, clearer result with less artifacting. So those are all of the edit tools in note assignment mode. In the next couple videos, I'll talk about using references and working with multiple tracks of information simultaneously.